Welcome to this explainer on Cambridge economics. So, if you're looking to completely demystify the subject and map out a crystal clear roadmap to success, well, you are definitely in the right place. We're going to break down everything you need to confidently conquer this course, right from those very foundational concepts all the way up to exam day.
Okay, let's dive right into a super common misconception. You might be wondering, is economics just about money? Actually, no way. What this subject is really about is how we as human societies make choices with incredibly limited resources to meet our seemingly unlimited wants. It's essentially the study of our everyday decisions and behaviors.
Now, if you're starting from absolute scratch, honestly, just take a deep breath. The official Cambridge guidance clearly states, and I quote, "We do not expect learners starting this course to have previously studied economics." The syllabus is explicitly designed to guide beginners safely and confidently from day one. You really don't need prior knowledge for this, just a healthy dose of curiosity.
So here is our agenda for this explainer. 1. Welcome to economics. 2. Why choose this subject? 3. Exploring the course syllabus. 4. Cracking the exam pattern. And finally, 5. Tips to start from scratch.
All right, let's jump straight into Section 1. Welcome to Economics, Grasping the Basics. You see, the very foundation of this whole subject revolves around having finite resources but unlimited wants, which basically means making choices. And the jargon behind those choices, it really isn't so scary once you break it down. Take opportunity cost, for example. It's simply the next best alternative given up when a choice is made. It's really just a formal term for an everyday trade-off. Like when you choose to study for an hour over playing a video game, playing that game is your opportunity cost.
Moving right along to Section 2. Why choose this subject? Pathways and real-world value.
So if you're wondering about the actual long-term impact here, just listen to former student Kamal Khan Virk. He actually went on to study actuarial science at the prestigious London School of Economics. He said, "Cambridge O-Level has helped me develop thinking and analytical skills, which will go a long way in helping me with advanced studies." I mean, that's perfect proof that this course literally rewires how you think. And as you'll see, the Cambridge curriculum isn't just about memorizing endless graphs and formulas. The program is heavily focused on developing specific attributes. It's built to develop students who are confident in their knowledge, responsible in their decisions, reflective in their arguments, innovative in solving challenges, and deeply, deeply engaged with society.
Let's dive into Section 3. Exploring the core syllabus. What you will learn.
Here's where things get really interesting. You'll be exploring this major contrast between the two halves of the syllabus, microeconomics and macroeconomics. Microeconomics focuses on those individual choices, how consumers behave and how firms operate in localized markets. But zoom way out and you hit macroeconomics. That tackles national and global systems, diving into massive concepts like a country's GDP, rising inflation, and government intervention.
But it doesn't stop there. Beyond those two main pillars, you're also going to heavily explore international trade and globalization. It's like a giant puzzle. You'll learn exactly how different currencies and complex national economies connect to shape our modern, interconnected world. You'll analyze exchange rates, trade restrictions, and figure out why certain countries specialize in specific industries.
Okay, let's look at Section 4, Cracking the Exam Pattern, How You Will Be Tested.
So, how does the actual grading work? Well, your final grade relies entirely on just 2 papers. First up, you've got Paper 1, which is a fast-paced 45-minute multiple-choice test worth 30% of your grade. Then comes the real heavyweight, Paper 2. That's a comprehensive 2-hour and 15-minute structured question exam making up the remaining 70%. Managing your pacing between these two very different formats is absolutely essential.
Right, so what are the examiners actually looking for when they grade those papers? They test 3 main assessment objectives. AO1 is your baseline knowledge and understanding of the terms. AO2 is analysis, so your ability to select and interpret economic data. And AO3 is evaluation. That's your ability to critically weigh economic arguments and recognize that, in the real world, policy decisions almost always have uncertain outcomes.
Now, for you IGCSE students out there, understanding this grading scale from 9 down to 1 shows exactly what separates a good student from a truly great one. Achieving those top-tier 9 or 8 marks requires way more than just basic memorization. Exceptional performance means you can confidently analyze data, perfectly apply complex terminology, and write really balanced, critical evaluations.
Finally, we arrive at Section 5, Tips to Start from Scratch, Your Winning Strategy.
To wrap things up, here's a pretty foolproof plan to get you started right now. Step 1 is mastering those definitions. You literally have to speak the language of economics flawlessly. Step 2 is heavily practicing past papers so you can master your timing. And step 3 is taking what you learn and actually applying these concepts to real-world news stories to build up those critical evaluation skills.
Let's zoom in on step 1 for a second, mastering definitions. Precision is absolutely crucial here. The examiner guides explicitly state that you cannot reuse the words being defined in your answer. For instance, demand isn't simply wanting something. Nope. In economics, it's specifically defined as the willingness and ability to buy a product. If you miss those exact keywords, you miss the marks.
All right, we've covered the basics, those global pathways, the exam structure, and your day one strategy. But here's the ultimate takeaway I want to leave you with. Since we now know for sure that every single choice has an opportunity cost, how will you choose to allocate your most precious resources, your time and your energy, to conquer this fascinating subject? The choice is entirely yours. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and happy studying.